The Stack. People, Business, Technology. With Dan Tomaszewski of Everything MSP.
Hello, everybody. Dan Tomaszewski here with Everything MSP. Welcome to another episode of The Stack, where we focus on people, business, and technology. I am here with my good friend, Mary Hamilton with Mad Data. How are you doing today?
Doing great.
It is so good to see you.
I know. It's so good to be back and see everybody here.
Yeah, this has been a great event.
Yes.
We are here in Nashville where it's hot here, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm from Texas, so it's a little bit hotter there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's a reprieve
True.
from like 100-degree weather.
Exactly.
So, but it's still hot. Yeah.
It's been a great event. We're at GTIA's ChannelCon 2025.
Yep.
And a whole new branding, new
inaugural
Yeah,
ChannelCon
it's
under
exciting.
GTA. Yes,
Yeah.
very exciting.
And it's been rock solid. I mean, of course, all the educational content,
Yep.
networking, being able to run
The
into
keynote
trends,
speakers
the
too.
keynote, yes.
Oh my gosh. It's
And
been
then the
phenomenal.
party last night.
Yep.
Can't forget about the party, right?
Can't forget about the party.
I still have, I think I've lost some hearing
Yeah.
in both my ears
Yep.
from the great country musicians.
Yep.
And, but it's exciting because, just being able to hear from others about what they're doing in their organizations, what they're doing to help become more successful. Because, I mean, it sounds corny, sharing is caring, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody in the channel is willing to share their stories with others.
Yep.
And that's the beauty about our IT channel. We might be competitors in some shape or form, but it's that good old co-opetition. And we can all
That's a
work
good
together.
word, co-opetition.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's enough room for all of us.
There is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, part of what we talk about are those breakthrough moments, those different things that occurred. It can be an aha moment, or it can just be something that you've implemented to help take that business to the next level. Love to hear about, your breakthrough moment, something that you did, something that helped you take it to the next level.
It's funny that we're in Nashville because you
Yeah.
said that and instantly brought back to about 5 years ago. We had joined Robin Robbins and then that community. And then we met, one of my coaches was Charles Henson of Nashville Computers. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, I was like, baby, like I'd been in the background doing stuff for years, but I told him, I was like, look, is there any way I could come to your office for like a day? And he was like, absolutely.
Really?
Opened up his entire office. I remember his operations manager, his name is Dave, and he just gave us complete access to everybody in his office, key positions, to the dispatch, to the COO, to him, to the CFO, to the techs and how they operated. So that to me was, from a maturity standpoint, that shifted us completely from being a like scrappy, let's just MacGyver-ing it. We stopped MacGyver-ing it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's a thing called systems and processes. There's policies and procedures. And then we can add the mechanisms to support all of it. So that was a defining moment from an operational standpoint for me to understand how to actually run the business and to do it more efficiently, to deliver and execute, not just sell things and talk, but say what you do what you say type thing.
Yeah.
And that day transformed the business so that after that, it was like policies, procedures, contracts, workflows, how like just everything from that first phone call to full delivery going out. And then just having mentors in my life. So when you talk about being in this community and having the co-opetition.
Yeah.
That is what it is. It's like we're humans and we have to have tribal knowledge. And so when you share that, it helps everybody to be able to elevate. So that was a defining moment. And I'm like, so beautiful because I'm here in Nashville where it happened probably about the same time, about 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yep.
And, as you were mentioning, I asked him, I could see the reluctance in your face, we sometimes were afraid to ask, but others are willing to help.
Yep.
And if you don't ask, you never know
That's
if you're going
right.
to get that yes.
Yep.
So, I think that's a great thing for everybody to realize. You never know what someone's willing to do to help you out. Maybe you get a no.
Yep.
But if you don't try, you're never going to know.
Yep.
So,
I don't think I've ever been told no in this community specifically, if I've come with an objective and a clear intention, everybody's been willing to help me.
That's awesome.
Now, if I'm going to ramble, you'll lose them.
Yeah.
But I know what I want, and then they always help me solve the problems. Always. I haven't had one person tell me no or not listen to an idea. I mean, Matt Lee, I sat down with him years ago and I had ideas and people were like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like engineers. And I was like, I think you can. And so I remember sitting down with Matt and Kat and was explaining. Matt's like, oh yeah, you can totally do it. And I was like, oh, I'm not crazy. So yes, it is just asking and having the resources to know how to ask and what to ask. I don't think anybody will say no.
I had a business mentor at one point that we would meet for breakfast every other Tuesday. And, he was actually in a completely different industry. He was a CEO of a grocery store chain. And the one thing he told me is, Dan, he goes, I get as much from our conversations as you get probably from mine. And I'm sure too, anybody that you ask, there's things that they learn, maybe things that are maybe slightly different. They're like, you know what? I didn't think about that little bit of spin. Yeah. And maybe they grow from it. Yeah. And we always feel like, well, we're the underdog and, how is this expert going to learn from me? Yep. We do, right? Yeah. We all learn from each other.
It's true.
Yeah. So let's get a little granular. Okay. Policies and procedures. Yep. It is granular, and we have to get granular because if we just, top level it. No, number one, if we don't do anything, I mean, it's if
you're winging it, that hope is not a strategy. No. It's not a good strategy to live by. Yes, every time.
Yeah. But sometimes we'll like, okay, I'm going to put something down on paper and it's very high level. Yep. And it's not detailed enough for us to be able to, for our teams to be able to deliver that same thing over and over and over again. Yep. Tell me about that granular aspect of how you got into developing those policies and procedures.
Through failure.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest thing.
I don't mean to say I love to fail, but I love failure. Failure is what helps us succeed.
Yes. I'm like, you don't know the chinks and the vulnerabilities. It's just like pen testing. It's really all the same thing, right? Like if you run the risk assessment, you're going to see where the risks are, the vulnerabilities. Right. So when you have your plan and you deliver it and then it doesn't work the same way and there's holes in it, then I'm like, okay, cool. And how can we do that different? Yeah. So after like onboarding, I think it should be the simplest thing ever. Right. It's not. Yeah. It's never is. And it blows my mind every single time. So that like I have focused a lot on just from that initial sales meeting with a prospect to closing them to like being a like raving fan or wanting to meet with us, right? Like if they want to meet with me and they don't keep rejecting me, I feel like I've won. Yeah. So that's the process that I've spent a lot of time on is from inception to just, I guess, integration with them and going through every single time and afterward, like what did you not like? What can I do better? Okay. Like how did they deliver on this? Was it timely? Were they communicating? And I just ask the questions because I truly want to know where can we deliver better because I don't want the next person to feel the same way. If I can do it better. So that failure has been a great teacher for us, even in configurations. Like, so I will give you a live story. 2 weeks ago, we had onboarded a client about a year ago. The sales process was not followed by who had them at that time. And so, which means we onboard them and then I do a cybersecurity training awareness. I deliver a cyber policy to them and some basic policies and explain it because they go hand in hand. So this is a cultural shift for them. So that's why, and I always provide breakfast and I bring it in and then I teach them and I make it fun and I make them laugh. I'm like, now look, you can be mad at the CEO. Yeah. All right, please. But don't yell at me. I'll give you 10 free minutes of a therapy session and you can yell at me. And so that they understand like this is a shift that we've got. So we go through this. It had been a year. They were actually going to be leaving and they were frustrated. I said, can I just re-onboard you? And so I went through the whole re-onboarding, went onto their location and did the training. And then I was telling them, I was like, okay, basic things on computers, basic configurations that we have is you're going to have your computer will be inactive. If it's inactive for 15 minutes, it's going to lock and kind of going through some basic stuff. They're like, I haven't experienced that. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. So that means that my process didn't work. Right. My team did not follow the step-by-step checklist, which makes me go back and say, okay, who was on that? Right. And be like, dude, like follow, because we have the checklist, right?
Yeah.
Every little thing that they need to do. So it's those things that I actually like, and they were gracious with me, and we fixed it right away. But it's that stuff. That's how you inspect what you want delivered, right?
Right.
And so that was failure for me. And then being able to communicate with my team, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Right. And I was like, yeah, like, let's fix this. Like, how can we do it better next time? So this relationship and culture, I love that stuff though. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I think too, letting the customer be part of that process, letting them tell you what went wrong, because they want to tell you. You know, I was just speaking with someone not too long ago, is just that they feel as if they helped contribute to your success.
Yes. They have ownership in it.
Yeah. So what are some other areas beyond policy and procedures that, you were able to learn from that visit?
Oh my word. A lot of leadership. I love the mentorship aspect, and I'll deflect to another member that opened up their business to me, and I was able to go sit. And that one strategically was very culture and leadership driven. And so for me to watch somebody deliver a vision and then allow people to be objective based instead of like key performance based. So she had objectives. And so she was like, all right, tell me how you guys are going to do this. But she started the meeting. This is what blew my mind. I'm not like a super touchy feely, like, let's sit down and talk about the flowers and how you feel about everything. I mean, it's important, right? Like, like you're human, whatever. Honestly, if I never had to do that, I wouldn't. Okay. But I understand that it's a part of leadership. So, and I have kids. So I'm like, yeah, you got to kind of listen to them. Right. Like, it's not my natural inclination. So having to learn how to develop that part of me, and sitting in that meeting, she started her meeting with, give me one win.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what. You got nice toilet paper this week and you were so happy about it. Yeah. Like, and I was like, and people were so excited. So I came back and I started our weekly meetings with my team and called Dream Team. And so we do nothing more than, you have to give me a professional win and a personal win.
Okay.
So that I can stay connected with them.
Gotcha.
And then I meet with them individually for 15 minutes once a week, just 15 minutes. So I'm like, how you doing? Yeah. What's going on? Are you seeing holes? Like, I want them, because they see things I can't.
Right.
So to keep relationship and connection, because we're remote, so I can't go touch them.
Yep.
It's my way of keeping that connection. So that's what I learned strategically from her, and immediately implemented it. And it has quashed so much, I think, turmoil that could have been there, because we are remote. And the things that we've gone through this past year, had I not developed that relationship, I would have lost probably every single one of them. So it just, when you talk about leadership and having a clear vision and an objective, and then allowing them to take ownership, how to get there, gives them power and makes them involved and makes them want to actually stay a part of it through thick and thin.
And it's so much more than an open door policy.
Yes.
I mean, I think saying, hey, we have an open door policy, if there's something you want to share, that's great, but you're being more engaged. You're being proactive in opening up those conversations, because they might feel like, they don't want to hear what I have to say. So I'm not going to.
And that's what I don't want. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
They've each come to me. I mean, all of them, the sticky situations, and I'll see it on their face. I'm like, stop, tell me.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. But I love that, to be able to deliver that, I think, connection with them.
Yeah. So what would you tell an MSP today that's looking to truly, genuinely take your business to the next level? What's the first thing that they should do to clear their head and determine what their strategy is?
I think you need to find somebody who's better than them.
Okay.
And then talk to them.
Yeah.
Because you need somebody else. We're in our own little internal echo chamber.
Right.
And so, frankly, most of us don't know how to clear the white noise to be able to know what we want. We don't know what we want. We don't know what the end goal is. And so then we flounder around. But if you see somebody who has the success in every level, not like as a leader, right? Monetarily, culture wise, for me, like cybersecurity maturity, like all these things that they have, that I'm like, I want to know you, and I'm going to sit with you, and I'm going to ask you how you did it, because frankly, I don't have the tools. Yeah. So I'm like, if you don't know, you go find someone who's better, not just anyone, find someone who knows what they're doing.
Right.
And ask them to help you.
That's awesome. Mary, thank you so much for your time. As always, I appreciate it. And For everybody out there, thank you for listening. Until next time, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Stack.